Doncic has averaged nearly 31 points in his playoff career, along with 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Only one player has a higher scoring average in NBA postseason history, and that would be, it's Michael Jordan. And you can imagine that all of that fuel being traded, poured on top of the competitive fire that he already has, it's going to ignite another prolific playoff run. But this trade, it's not just about now, it's about the future, as we say hello to our senior insider, Shams Charania. Shams, how are the Lakers trying to set up Luka for a long-term future here in Los Angeles?
Malika, as Luka Doncic starts his first Lakers playoff run, and before an extension decision that looms for him in the offseason, Lakers owner Jeannie Buss made an important move on Friday, reaching a multi-year contract extension with President and General Manager Rob Pelinka. And that showed her new star organizational alignment and the leadership structure in place for the long term. And from a Lakers front office perspective, I'm told they have taken a much more hands-on partnership approach with Doncic in a way that he himself has felt a partner with the Lakers, and that had just evaporated for him with the Dallas Mavericks over the last 1.5 years, particularly when Mark Cuban sold his majority ownership with the Mavericks, and that's the point where it started to wither away between Luka Doncic and the Mavericks. So now you turn the page to Los Angeles, and J.J. Redick, his old teammate, now coach, and now Pelinka signed for the next several years.
The trade for Luka Doncic certainly solidified this extension for Pelinka. Thank you so much, Shams. And Stephen A., I asked Luka in this interview, loyalty is such a key part of who he is. What do you do with that loyalty now? Does it transfer to Los Angeles? He said yes. Do you want to be in L.A. long term? He said yes, but we all know that he wants to see success in the postseason. So what are you expecting from him?
I expect him to be the superstar that we know him to be. And by the way, in terms of playing for an ownership who takes care of its stars, I challenge anybody to tell me anybody who does a better job than the Lakers, led by Jeannie Buss. You take care of your stars. That's what they do. And so you look at it from that standpoint and think about what he brings to the table. He's already been doing it. You know he can elevate his level of play, assuming he gets in even better shape, that he's wired in on the defensive side of the ball as well in terms of investing in that thing for J.J. Redick's pleasure. But in the end, what it comes down to is that he's at a place where they clearly want him. Nico Harrison, from what I have been told, did not want him anymore. He wanted control. He didn't want the franchise to belong to Luka. As a result, he went to ownership and said, yo, I want to do this, and ownership supported him. If you're Luka, that level, if there's a level of bitterness, I wouldn't blame him. If it's an extra level of motivation that he can utilize to get himself to the finals and win a championship, I don't mind it at all.
Luka Doncic would never play for another franchise, period. Like Stephen A. said, history tells us that, right? Going from Jerry West to Magic Johnson, Kareem, right, Cole. Once you get in the Laker uniform, you're there. I mean, the exception of Shaq, right? Shaq was probably the only one. But even look at Bron. Bron came in, what is his 7th, 8th season here? He's still here, right? And it's because of, yes, the Lakers are built on championships, but the Lakers are also built on show, right? And the one thing we know about Luka Doncic, he go put butts in those seats, and he damn sure go sell jerseys. He's not going anywhere. He will retire as a Laker. Period.
No argument to me there. I can't argue that. I mean,
and that's coming from someone who knows about sticking with an organization for an entire career. I think for me, the thing that, after talking with Luka Doncic, that stood out to me was that anything that was said about him on the way out the door, those are just words. That could not hurt him more than the action of trading him. After that, for him, that was the ultimate betrayal. And now he has found a new home here in Los Angeles.
What really hurts is that when he was traded, it was so bad in terms of the things that were being said about him that his own dad came out publicly, if I remember correctly, and spoke about how, hey, what are y'all saying about my son? And so, I mean, those are the kind of things that resonate and stay with you for a long time, because even when you debunk it, even when you go out there and show something different than the narrative that has been put out there about you, it still doesn't negate the level of offensiveness that you feel for somebody. If you want to trade me because of a business decision, go ahead and do it. But to besmirch me, to taint my character, which is how he felt, that was done to him by Dallas, whether that's true or not, is debatable, but he felt that way. He's going to be mad for a long time, and having that brother mad on the basketball court, that's when I see him at his best.
But I take him at his word when he says, I'm ready to move on. So let's do just that, because he does have the most recent experience here, UD, against this Minnesota Timberwolves team. It's the team that he sent packing when he was with the Dallas Mavericks here in the Western Conference Finals. What does he like so much? What are you watching in these matchups, especially against Rudy?
The biggest question here is, can Defensive Player of the Year Rudy Gobert play in this series? Can he be impactful? Can he be effective in this series? I do believe he can, but not in this coverage. Once again, Luka averages 1.14 points per game against one play against the drop coverage. Rudy Gobert drops 62% of the time. He is 6'8". He's creating 2-on-1 situations. Once he get that guard on his back, Rudy is at a disadvantage. I have the lob, I have the layup, and I have the lob to Gafford again. Now we come to it again right now. They set the screen out high at half court to give Luka as much room as possible to operate. We have Kyle Anderson, who is a big 6'9" defender, but once again, he is already at a disadvantage creating this 2-on-1. Get down, have Rudy in the popcorn, and then we go to the lob again. I believe that Rudy can be impactful in this series, but I believe his minutes have to be strategic. I believe on the offensive end, he's not going to get the ball, so he needs the offensive rebound. And I believe on the pick and roll, they need the soft trap or either blitz, make Jackson Hayes beat him. He needs to match his minutes with Jackson Hayes.
That's if we see a lot of Jackson Hayes, because now I'm thinking about J.J. Redick and his mind and what kind of adjustments or what kind of game plan he's going to bring to the table. And I see a lot of LeBron James playing the center position this series. I see a lot of LeBron James being the screen setter with Luka diving to the basket. Now he's the secondary playmaker. Here's another thing. Big question. Who's going to check Julius Randle?
Yeah.
Right? We talk so much about Anthony Edwards.
Is it Rui?
It has to be Rui,
right.
Malika. Like, I think that's the matchup, right? I believe the two best players on the Lakers, Luka and LeBron. The most important player on the Lakers is Austin Reeves. The X factor in this series is going to be Rui Hachimura.
But it's also about how he plays. Like, for example, if you dare him to shoot the three, and he takes it, and he ain't making it like he hasn't made it in the postseason in the past, that could be a problem for Minnesota.
But I would caution you this, Big Perk. Yes, you want to get Bron at the 5, but you do not want to take that vertical spacing away from Luka. He thrives with that vertical spacing. He needs a lob big to be his best version. So, yes, Bron will play the 5, but you need that vertical spacing for Luka to be his best version.
I think Bron could still go up there and get it.
Man, like Aretha Franklin, ain't no way. Not for 48 minutes he can't. Now, he still got a burst, but you don't want him to be a vertical spacing guy.
I'm with you. But
well, this is a look right now inside of the Lakers hallway as they get ready to take the court for their first game one that they have hosted in the LeBron James purple and gold era. We will be right back with their runouts after this. Doncic has averaged nearly 31 points in his playoff career, along with 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Only one player has a higher scoring average in NBA postseason history, and that would be, it's Michael Jordan. And you can imagine that all of that fuel being traded, poured on top of the competitive fire that he already has, it's going to ignite another prolific playoff run. But this trade, it's not just about now, it's about the future, as we say hello to our senior insider, Shams Charania. Shams, how are the Lakers trying to set up Luka for a long-term future here in Los Angeles?
Malika, as Luka Doncic starts his first Lakers playoff run and before an extension decision that looms for him in the offseason, Lakers owner Jeanie Buss made an important move on Friday, reaching a multi-year contract extension with President and General Manager Rob Pelinka. And that showed her new star organizational alignment and the leadership structure in place for the long term. And from a Lakers front